Influencers are a fantastic way to grow your Amazon or e-commerce business. Indeed, in some niches, it's the very, very best way to grow your business. But before you go about taking on an influencer, you want to make sure that you've got a contract in place. Without a contract, you can get your ass kicked. So, what the hell should you put in that contract for your influencer? In this video, I'm going to show you. First things first, do you actually need a contract? Well, if you are based in Australia and your influencer is based outside of Australia, then a contract for you is pretty worthless, okay? Because will you litigate that contract? Will you actually pay to litigate that contract across two different countries, basically? You're in Australia. Would you litigate that in the USA? Because that's an expensive litigation exercise if things go tits up, okay? So you might want to consider that. You probably don't need a contract. What you probably need is to find somebody that you trust and discuss with them some main bullet points, and then hopefully they will then do what they've said they've done. Okay, that's kind of as good as you can get it. Even in Australia, you know, if you're talking about less than $500 for something, you could argue that you probably don't need a contract, probably just need bullet points, which then begs the question, what the hell should you put in those bullet points? So, question for you. What do you reckon that you should put into those bullet points? What would you want in an influencer contract? Let me start you off. So, how long the post is live or stays live. Stays live. That's an important thing to consider. Exclusive contract for your product category. That's a good one. Very, very good. Now, will you get that? No, because an influencer who's in a particular category, baby niche, well, their bread and butter is influencing for that category. So will you get one? Probably not. Worth trying though. So the other thing within that, points to cover, you could also say then any hashtags that you want using. And any links. So if you want to track, for instance, and you should, then you should give them specific links to use. So you can see what happens and you can check out the ROI of that particular marketing endeavor. So in a lot of territories now, you want to make sure that any compliance is covered as well. So if it's a paid promotion, for instance, they have to have on that, you know, they have to put sponsored, for instance, shit like that. Okay, so you want to make sure that's all covered because it's actually you that's liable, not them. Discount code, yeah, that's one way of tracking, of course. That's a good way of track. The other thing is, we'll get a little bit more interesting now. The rights to the post and who owns the IP of the post. So you want to be able to use that post and their look and feel, their image, as you see fit. Okay, so you want to state that, hey, the post that you do, the video you make, that's mine. I can download it. I can use it on social media. I can do whatever I want with it. Okay, so you want to state that just so that that's kind of clear from the get-go. And the wording to use for that, actually, I took that from my own contract. Let's just put that here. Is that I grant client, you, a perpetual, transferable, and royalty-free right and license to use any content I create in providing the services for any reasonable purpose. That's what you want to go in. So they're the things at a very, very high level that you would want to include in your influencer contract, or at least you would want to discuss them up front and then say, here's the things we discussed. We mentioned that you're going to get paid like this. We mentioned that the post has to stay up indefinitely. Here's the things I want you to cover. So you want to kind of cover it off in that way, okay? Very, very important. That was a video from my regular Monday night Q&A session with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. Now, if you haven't already, you might want to go and check out the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. The link is in the description to go. While you're looking down there, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe too, because we post brand new money-making information just like this each and every day. By the way, Aussie Online Entrepreneurs, over 2,500 of us in the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. We're actually the fastest growing community of professional e-commerce sellers here in Australia, with sales, by the way, of over $50 million. Be sure to check us out. The link's in the description to go, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now.